Hey guys, Renee Pizzata here, acting my age. Welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and keep coming back every Wednesday for new videos. Today I'm so excited to sit down with actress and activist Joy Brunson. You probably know her best from her multi-episode arc on the hit award-winning series, This Is Us.
Don't you dare say I'm in here by choice. People who have choices say that mess. Deja's the one good thing I've done. And I thank you for watching out for her, but make no mistake. You can give her your money, and you can give her your cheerleading, but I gave her my blood. And if you want to know what's best for her, it's me. This is as I play Deja's mom, Shauna. People often ask if I am Deja. I am not. But I play her mom on the show, and it's so cool because when I got the audition, like it was just for one episode, possibly more. And so I was just so excited to get that episode. Obviously, it's a huge show, and then they just kept bringing that character back, and I was like, okay. And I had no idea where it was going, but it's been a great ride so far.
How was it working with Sterling?
Amazing. He's who I shot my very first scene with. And when I shot it, that's when he had just won the Emmy for Best Actor for This Is Us, I think the first time. So, mind you, they're all a family. They've done this show for at least a year now. And I come up, I'm just nervous. I'm like waiting. And literally before they shot my scene, they set up and everything. And then they stopped the whole thing to do a champagne toast to Sterling. And I was like, it was so cool and surreal. But also I was like, but I have to cry soon. But it was a lovely experience, and he was incredibly supportive. I'm mainly with that family. Yeah. So is Susan, and the children are awesome.
I saw he did like a little shout out to you on either Facebook or YouTube.
Did you
or
see
something?
that?
I did see that.
Tonight's episode focuses on Deja and how she came to be with the Pearson family. And we have some really lovely performances by Joy, who plays Shauna, and by Lyric, who plays Deja. Not to mention an honorable mention from Foxy Brown herself, Miss Pam Grier. This is like one of the more unique episodes that we've done, but powerful and beautiful and really inspiring.
So what about Snowfall? How did that come about?
Snowfall came about during the time of during that shooting of that episode, actually. So we were there 16 hours a day working on the This Is Us episode, and I had the Snowfall audition come in, and we had to keep pushing it back because I was literally, working. And then how life works, they ended up being able to audition me right across the street from Paramount. So I finished my day, like 16 hours, and then I went to that audition, and they were like, just let you know, this character's really tired and she's frustrated. I was like,
you got this.
Got it.
Hey, can I get a push-up pop?
We close, Mom.
Oh, man, a Choco Taco or a drumstick with the nuts on top?
Sorry, we're not open.
No? Not even for some of that rock you got in there?
Excuse me?
Gotta give it to you. Shit's pretty smart. I mean, who's gonna pull over an ice cream truck?
I got to play a character who kind of has her stuff together.
Wow.
Which I don't usually get.
Hey, are you coming back on that one, or was that one and done?
I don't know. I hope so. They established a character, and I mean, they didn't kill me off or anything.
There's always hope.
Yeah, again with guest stars, like you just don't know.
You don't know.
So fingers crossed. I'd love to.
So what brought you to Los Angeles?
I was living in Atlanta, and it was I graduated right when the boom started happening out there. And so I looked around and I was like, if I can get some credits, it would help me so much before moving to California. So that's what I did. And I was able to do Army Wives. Ironically, that Sterling was on. I didn't meet him then.
That's funny.
But I was like, oh my gosh.
Full circle.
Full circle. And dropped at Diva. And so actually I booked a pilot out in Atlanta. And then my agent in Atlanta was like, listen, if you want to try LA, you might want to try it around now. When I did first move out to LA, I had a manager who I hadn't met yet. I met via email. I had signed via email. So I got out here, and it was not what I expected it to be. That's what I will say. And nothing against him. We just were different personalities, And I understand as an actor that we are kind of a product. They're trying to sell us. They're trying to make money. Get it. But we're also human beings.
Absolutely.
And it didn't feel like I was respected on that level. So I left. And a lot of people thought I was crazy because they were like, you have a manager and you're leaving them? And I was like, but I'd rather try this out on my own and have faith than, be somewhere I'm not wanted. So I took that leap of faith, and then one of my friends, we went to college together, Bernard, came to my show at the time. I was doing it at the Colony Theater, and he asked his manager to come to the show in support of me. He's like, I love her, she's great, you should check her out. They came, and we were setting up a meeting to meet with them. I was like, this is amazing. They sent me out for an audition. That audition was Woodlawn. I ended up booking it. And so that was great. So then I went and signed with them. But I was like, it taught me two things. Number one, to support your friends, to lift them up, to know that, you know, just because they're winning doesn't mean you're not. And then also to take the leap of faith. Maya Angelou. I love her. When I first read that quote, I was like, this can't be true that she's cursing. And it just made me love it even more. And I was like, yeah.
Totally. And why does that resonate with you?
I think I'm an only child growing up, and I've always wanted to be an actress. I also played golf. I've always wanted to just do the not normal thing. And I didn't really have people around me who like wanted to be in entertainment or play golf. So for me, I had to look outside of my community and my environment to I don't know that it was possible. So that quote to me is like, you have to get out there and try the world out for yourself.
You have a charity
Nonprofit.
or an organization that you're involved with called T to T.
Yes.
T-E-E.
The number 2 T-E-A.
Awesome.
Yes.
Tell me about that. That sounds amazing.
I founded that in 2011 because I grew up playing golf with my dad. He was a semi-pro baseball player. I'm his only child. I suck at softball. We learned that really early, got it out the way. So golf was our thing. And I played growing up. I was always the only black girl. Played in high school, played all through college. And in college was the first time I got to play with other African-American women because I went to an all-black school. And it was just such a feeling of comfort and ease. And I wanted that to continue because golf is a really expensive sport, but it's opened so many doors for me. So I was like, well, how can I give the opportunity to people back in my hometown, in my neighborhood? So I founded this nonprofit, and right now we do clinics, we do workshops, and the reason it's 2T because I wanted to be a mentorship program as well. So right now we have women who come in and they don't play golf, but they're great women. My goal was to have female golfers also be able to mentor these young women into adulthood. But it's been really great. We actually have one girl playing in college right now who had never played golf before going to our clinic. So I'm hoping we kind of spark that inspiration.
That's great.
It's been great.
That's awesome. Yeah. So do you take donations and stuff? Do you have like a website or?
I have it as an extension of my website, and I will always take donations. But
okay. We'll put a link down there.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Link right down there.
Okay.
And then, so you're also doing a podcast.
I am.
What did you tell us about that?
It sounds like so many things, but I think it's important as we are artists pursuing this industry, you know, you don't have a lot of power, or it feels like you don't have a lot of power, because you're lucky enough if you can just get an agent. Then you're lucky enough if you can get an audition. Then maybe you'll get a call. It's all just this game of chance that sometimes makes you feel like you don't have control over your career and your life. So I wanted to still be creative and kind of honestly have a little bit of control, which is where the podcast came in. And I wasn't working for a long time. I was going crazy. And I was just talking to my friends about their experiences. And I was like, well, this is kind of interesting. Maybe other people would like to hear. So that's how it started, Artistically Speaking with Joy B.
Yay. We'll put a link to that down there.
Put a link to that down there. And it's been so cool. I couldn't imagine in the beginning like how much it's really affected my life. I've learned so much about other people and about myself. It's been a really cool experience to have. A lot of work. Yeah. Very cool.
All right, so what's up next for you?
So up next for me is another episode of This Is Us. And then the podcast is coming back. And I'm so excited. I'm actually interviewing Lyric, who plays my daughter. Great. So that was really, really fun. Especially also to interview a young actor right now. And how do they view the world entertainment industry?
Yeah, so interviewing people is a very interesting thing. Sometimes they're friends or people that I know. Right. But other times I'm finding that when I reach out to people to be on the show, they say yes.
Yes.
It's some people that I've admired for years and looked up to, and they're like, sure, I'll do it. And it's just like, it's such a...
It's so touching, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely. I think, too, because we all have stories. Our life is a story, and we want to share that. I think not only just for personal selfish reasons, but because other people's stories have helped us. That's how I think about it. I remember, I still have this quote from Uzo
from Orange is the New Black. Forgive me for not knowing the last name, but it's when she accepted an award, and it says, you know, I also want to shout out all the actors at home right now who want to be here in this room, who will be here in this room, and just that connection of someone saying, I see you. You know, the journey may be hard, but together we can do it.
That's it for this episode. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And be sure to click subscribe and come back every Wednesday for a new video. I'm Renee Pizzata, acting my age.